Okay, so now we're in Unity. We've just made a new project. To find out which correct version of Unity, just do a Google search VRChat SDK and it will take you to a page where it'll give you basically step-by-step instructions for the right Unity version and where to get the SDK packs from. So once you've got Unity installed, you've downloaded the SDK from the VRChat website, then it's just a matter of dropping it into your project. So I've already downloaded it. So there's two SDKs. There's one for creating worlds and one for creating avatars. So we're going to do the avatar one. So you just drag and drop that into your asset area at the bottom of the screen and click on import once it's unpacked it, and then you just wait for it to install it. Okay, so it's installed. So now what you want to do is you want to drop in your character that you want to load into VRChat as an avatar. So we'll just browse to our masterpiece motion exports folder and we'll use the lurcher for this test. So we'll go with this one here. You just drag and drop the FBX into your same area and it will pop up there. Okay, now we want to bring in the textured one because I textured this after I had rigged him. So we'll go to the masterpiece creator exports and I'll just drag the entire folder with all the contents of the paint in that in, and then we'll add that paint into it for it to install that. Okay, we're ready to start applying our textures and any fixes we need to do to our avatar. So my first thing I do is I've got a VRChat example avatar I found on the net somewhere. It might be in one of the SDK packs, I think. But anyway, it's just so it's a guide more than anything to get the sizing right, because it's the size of a human. So you drag and drop this into your hierarchy on the left, and I'll just focus on this guy now. I'll come around to the front. So that's the height of a standard human avatar when you're in VR. So now we'll grab our lurcher and we'll drop him in there as well, and you can see he's far too big. So what we need to do is rescale him. So we'll just zoom out so we can actually see what we're doing here. And we just use the scale tool, scale him down. It's done. Drop him down. Still going to have to go down a little bit. Basically just rescale until he's matches up, and you want him in basically the same position because that's 0 for the position where the avatar is. So we'll just keep moving him around until we get him lined up. Okay, we've got him lined up. Now there's a few things we need to do to set him up for basically making sure he's ready for an avatar. So first you want to go down to your bottom, down in here where your asset thing is, where your little window is, and you want to click on your model there. For this one it's the lurcher, so we want to click on him, and then over on the right at the top you should have a tab called inspector, and now underneath that you'll see it says model, rig, animation and materials. So we want to go to the rig tab, which is the second one, and then you want to change the animation type from generic to humanoid, because otherwise he won't physically move in VRChat. It'll just be rigid. So then you change it to humanoid. Then you want to go down and click apply. And now this is where it'll tell you if there's any errors. So straight away we've got errors while importing this rig in this animation file. So we need to fix those. So to fix those, we're going to have to go under the configure tab, which is now available now that we've changed it to humanoid. So if you click on the configure, hang on, we'll save this first. We'll just go over to the menu and we'll go save as. And this you can import as many different avatars into this project as you want. If you save them, each avatar as a separate scene, it means if you open that scene up in this project, you can do any changes to the avatar, like changes texture or whatever, and then re-upload it on top of the old one, so you can basically update your avatars that way. So we've saved that. Now we'll go across to the configure tab. So this is the window where you get to do any editing in Unity. So as you can see, this is what the Unity or VRChat is going to take as the position of the skeleton when it loads in. So as you can see, it's actually not straight ahead to the area we're looking at. We're looking straight down the Z-axis, and he's slightly turned, so we want to fix that. So you go across here and click on the your model on the hierarchy on the left, and I'm just going to bring up the rotation tool, and I'm just going to I've selected something else, so I'll just undo that. There we go. And I'm just going to rotate him until he's pointing basically straight ahead, which is about there. And then I'm going to go and move him just a little bit to the side, so he's pretty much center of the down this middle line. So that's pretty good there. But as you'll see, there's red bits everywhere. There's picking up all sorts of areas, but that's not a problem. So we've done that. Now we want to go over to the right side here, and as you can see, this is where naming your bones is quite important in Masterpiece Motion, because this is where you can change them around. So at the moment, his hips are lined up to the hips, but look, his chest is there. Unity's aligned that to the spine. So you want to click on the little circle at the right there, and you want to go find your appropriate the bone in your menu and just double click it, and it will pop in there. So I'm just going to quickly change all these. Where are we? There's the chest and upper chest. We're down the bottom. That's remapped. See, his left hand has actually, well, whole left arm has got nothing mapped to it, which is unusual, but that's just how Unity sometimes, if it doesn't like particular things, it'll just do it. But it's not a problem, you've just got to manually remap it so it knows which ones it's talking to. Left hand, we need our left hand. Where did I name that? Left arm. Oh, maybe I just didn't name it. It's right hand clone, that's right. And lower arm, your left arm. And then we want our left upper arm, our left shoulder. And I see there's no right shoulder mapped either, so we need to remap the right shoulder. Map right shoulder. Those are mapped. Upper leg, lower leg, foot, upper leg, lower leg. So everything else is mapped on there. Now we need to switch to the head. So switch to the head tab. Oh, see, he's got no neck mapped and he needs a neck. So we need to go scroll down and we'll find where our neck is. And as you can imagine, it would be a mess if there was no names on them, because you'd only be going off numbers and then trying to figure out which one went where and that. So that's done. Now we need to check his hands, because these are, well, looks like there's nothing mapped in his left hand. And this is where it's quite critical to check. This one here, this avatar, I'll just pan around, I'll go to the side. As you can see, he's only a 3-finger and 1-thumb avatar. And so for some reason, Unity will try and map it from the index finger to the little finger if you have that. So you have to manually go back and change it to the thumb, otherwise they will be working incorrectly. So that's just a matter of, like, let's see here, it's got my thumb bones allocated to the index slot, so we just need to change this. So if I go, this is the right hand, so go down to the right hand, right thumb, thumb A, thumb B, thumb C, and now the index. See, now it's giving us errors because I've duplicated, because that was using those ones for the index finger before. So now I'll change this to index A, index B, index C, and now the middle finger, because it was using the index finger. So basically you can see how it just gets it's all not lined up, so fingers will be doing all sorts of weird things in VRChat if you didn't change it, and they wouldn't be working correctly with your controllers. Right, done that. Now the ring finger, because we've got a pinky because that's the end of your hand, so we'll just get rid of the ring finger totally. Okay, so we need to go none. None. And the last one. None. So now we've got no errors. And you can see up here it's correctly now. It's showing we've got 3 bones rigged to the thumb, index finger, the middle finger, and the little pinky. So the left hand on this avatar, we'll just go around the other side. Because he's got a fixed hand like we talked about in the thing, we've got the structure there for the fingers, but we haven't, they're not rigged or skinned to any of the mesh, so we don't have to do anything there because there's no need to. So, and it's fine with that. It's not going to be a problem. It just means that you'll be able to move your hand in game, but you will not be able to move your fingers. But for that particular avatar, this is that's exactly what we want. And so once you've done all the changes that you need to do, we might just go to the side. We'll just check. Yep, he's got a stooped posture still. It's quite good that Unity hasn't decided to put him straight up and down. It says character is not in T-pose, but that's because it likes it in T-pose, but it doesn't necessarily, it's not going to affect it from working. Basically how it looks here is how it's going to look in game. So apart from obviously the arms up like that, but when I say that, I mean if you come in here and the head is somehow 180 degrees out or hanging down, which I've had before on some avatars, you will have to select the neck bone or something and figure out which is the correct rotation and rotate it back up the right way, because if it's not in the correct position here, basically it will not be in the correct position in VRChat. But that's all good. So now you want to click over here and click apply. Done. Now we want to go to, we'll go back around the front. He's just gone off to the side again, so we'll just straighten that up. But I think that's more to do with how he is in the scene view now. I'll just move him across just a touch there, and then click done. Okay, so we see him down there. We'll just go over to the window, click on the avatar, and then you can just hit the F key in here and it'll focus on it. So we probably just need to make him a touch taller, I think. So we'll go to the resize one. We'll just make him a little bit taller, not too much taller, about there probably. We'll drag that up so he's lined up with that one. Okay, if we get a little bit bigger, actually we'll be able to, the eyesight line will match up with the other character. That's already there, so we won't have to do much changing. Okay, now we'll click on the other avatar and we'll just delete him out of the scene. So now this was the untextured or very basic texture that I was playing with when I was meshing him. So now we want to put our painted textures from Masterpiece Creator on them. So I've already imported the export from the paint one, and I've renamed all my ones, and I deleted all the ones out that I don't need just to keep it less confusing. So now what you want to do is click on parts of your avatar in the scene until they pop up, and you'll see like an orange outline around them. That means they're ready, so you'll see them over here, so you've selected that part. If it's got a blue outline, you've selected the whole thing and you'll have nothing in your inspector tab over here. Now we'll just go back out to here because we've missed a step, or we'll show you. If I click on here, you'll see this is all grayed out. You cannot change any of the textures or anything unless you unpack the materials. So what we need to do is click on the Lurcher FBX in our asset window, go up to the materials tab, which is near where you found the rig tab, and then you want to click on extract materials. I'm just going to make a new folder up here, materials I'll call it. Click on that, select folder, and it just basically gives you the option then to change these textures. So now we'll go back to open up our paint folder from our export from Masterpiece Creator, and we'll click on the body. So this is down here, this is where it's super easy if you've named them all correctly. So we want to drop down this little window here, and now what we want to do is drag your base color into your albedo box here and just let it go. And because he's got a vertex color, I just need to drag that up to the corner there and leave it on white because it doesn't need a vertex color. And as you can see, suddenly it's got color. Now for the normals, which are these ones, for that one I think, that's the normals. The normals are usually a purplish color file. Drop that in the normal maps, and then you'll probably want to hit fix now, because yeah, that's just something that Unity needs to do. It's obviously just needs to be the right format or something. And then the metallics go in the metallic box, but he's far too shiny there, so we'll just bring that back a little bit. Yeah, it's as simple as that. Just drag in and drop in your and then you just select which parts you want. So that's the right glove. You can actually just drag and drop on the scene as well, which sometimes is easier. The normals and stuff you'll have to manually do. So we've got the right glove normal. Drop that in there. Fix now. Right glove metallic. We'll drop that on there. Now you can see the gloves are super shiny, so we just need to back that off a little bit. And it's just to whatever your taste is really for your avatars. We'll go into the left glove. We'll just drag and drop it in the scene just because it's a nice simple way to do it. Left glove normals. Left glove metallic. And we'll just click back on the right glove and see what was our gloss setting, so we make it the same, 0.473. I'll just type that in, 473. That way they don't look slightly out of place. Okay, we'll do his pants. And socks. Put some normals on the pants, and I'll just fix that. It's done, and we might just wind the smoothness back off that. We don't need any metallics for those. These ones here, we'll just check those. Put on some normals for those. Same again, we'll just wind them back. And you can change the color a little bit if you don't think the color's quite right here. You can just go into here and you can just adjust, just gives it a slightly different shade. So if I make that like that maybe, so that's 227, 121, 156. That's just a way just to make them so they match the same color. Now we'll do his belt, which will be, here we go, and we'll drag the normals in. As you can see, with this tab here, you can basically drop in any of your data that comes with your exports from Masterpiece Creator. Like if you have emission layers, you can just check on this and then drag your emission one up to here, and then change basically how bright it goes, or if it's a baked light, or if it's real time, or whatever. So it's quite an interesting. So basically, you could experiment. You could even have like a guy with glowing gloves. If you had the mission on real time when you're walking through dark environments, they'd be real time lighting up the area around them, which is something to be cool to play with. So we'll carry on texturing. So we've got most of them done now. Just got the backpack and the gun. So we'll do the gun, and the gun is here. We'll just drag and drop the textures on, and the normals. And the gloss or the metallics. Just slide that back just a touch. About there. And then the backpack. We'll just drop that on there. We'll click on it, bring it up over on the right. And where's our normals for that? Normals. And our metallics. one. And we'll just get around and just to change the metallic so it looks a bit more, where are we? See, it's quite glossy there now, so we'll just dial that back just a touch. Maybe a little bit more. You can grind it right off till it's flat. You want a little bit of reflectivity to it. And now his eyes. And his goggles, so we'll drop that. Oh, we can probably drag and drop that onto his eyes for a start. And where's the normals for the eyes? Fix that. And the metallics to make the eyes nice and shiny. Just come around and have a little look to see how it's reflecting. Have them nice and reflective. Now we'll go to the goggles and we'll put the normals in for them, and then we're ready to upload. Fix those. And what do we need now? The metallics for that. Okay, so that was here. Probably a little bit shiny, so we'll just dial that down a little bit. There we are. That's how you texture apply in Unity. So he's basically, we're ready to go now to upload him. So what you want to do is go up to the top and you want to bring down your show control panel, and then you'll need to log into VRChat here. You'll have to spend time in VRChat before it'll let you upload. I forgot to enter my password. It's not going to like that. Okay, so we've logged into that, but now there's still one more step we need to do before we upload it. Now we need to go over here and click on the lurcher in the hierarchy. You want to come back across here to add component, and you want to search VRC, bring up VRC, and you want to add VRC avatar descriptor. So what that is that basically gives it all the information to make it into a VRChat avatar. So you can change, if I just go to the side view here, we're going to have to change his eye point. So at the moment his eye point is probably inside his head, so we will need to go these measurements here. That's height above ground, and this one is how far forward of the z-axis it is. So we'll just go 0.4. So suddenly you can see out here this little dot here, this is his eye point. So we've got it height wise is pretty much bang on, so we'll just go 0.3, 0.25. That'll probably do us just in front. You don't want it inside because otherwise it could clip with the mesh, so just in front's fine. So that's done. If you were having a mouth on your avatar, you can select any blend shapes through here and just choose them for the mouth. But this one has no moving mouth, so we'll just leave it as is. And other than that, everything else there doesn't really need to be changed. So we can go to the Builder tab, which is down the bottom here, on when we brought up our sign-in box, and now you'll see there's a few things you probably need to fix. So you click through and click fix all on anything that needs fixing, and this just gives you information on the polygon count and that. This one's got slightly too many polys, but it's not a problem. It's only just means it probably won't show for Quest users, but for PC stuff it'll be fine for the purposes of this demonstration anyway. But the lower poly count, you'll end up with an all green statuses down here. And so you can either do a build and test offline before you publish it, or you can just go straight to build and publish for Windows. So we'll just go to build and publish to show you how you can get it online. So you just hit this button here, build and publish, and wait for it to do its thing. And then it's just a matter of, I'll show you how to take a screenshot of it so that you can basically have his mugshot in your menu when you go to select it in VRChat. depending on how complex the avatar is as to how long it takes to do this, getting it ready basically to upload into onto VRChat. And now we pop up with this window here. So what you want to do with this one, because I've already actually uploaded this previous to this, if you want to upload a new image, you click on this and that'll switch to the VRChat camera, which is in the scene. But you want to click up the top here and click the pause button, not the play one, because that'll take you straight back out and you'll have to click that build button again. But if you click the pause, then you can go over to the hierarchy and click on cam, and then you can just drag the camera around so you can get a mug shot however you like. We'll just do this as our one for this one. That'll do. And then go back up and click the pause button, and then you can give them a name. You can type a bit of a description in. You can tick any boxes that are appropriate for whatever your avatar is, and whether you want to share it with others or make it public. If it's public, it just means if you've got it checked on in VRChat, there's a setting in your menu where you can have so others can clone your avatar. If you don't want them to do that, you can keep it checked as private. And then you can just hit the tick to above information is accurate and I have the rights to upload this content to VRChat, and then voila, you hit upload, and then that's it. You're into VRChat, load into VRChat, and you're able to select them from your menu. It's that simple.